here's my interpretation of the Backrooms. Obviously, this will contain spoilers for the Backrooms movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, feel free to swipe away. 3, 2, 1, okay, let's do this. So, I interpret the Backrooms as something like a pocket dimension of everybody's collective consciousness, and reflects on how individuals remember places or people. But studies have shown that whenever you remember something, it's always a little less accurate than how it actually happened. And the living things in there are reflections of how we remember that specific person. And the reason why the still life version of Clark is super tall and menacing and violent is because that's how his ex-wife Barbara remembers him. We already see in the movie, just from his therapy sessions, that he has anger issues, and that he's an alcoholic. And Clark himself doesn't seem to like wearing the pirate costume, as it seems to be degrading to him. So the still life version of him is sort of like an exaggerated caricature of himself. And that's why I'm pretty sure the redheaded still life that we see in the Backrooms is Barbara, and that's how he interprets her. And Clark finds comfort in the Backrooms because he doesn't have to confront reality. It's sort of his form of escapism. His marriage is falling apart, he's a failed architect, and he's running a struggling furniture store that he doesn't even want to own. But the Backrooms feels familiar. It's outside of reality. He doesn't have to face any accountability. And it isn't until Mary, his therapist, snaps at him that he actually has a bit of a wake-up call. Mary herself is sort of a reflection of Clark, in that she also clings to the past. Clark seems to have this innate desire to return to how things used to be before the divorce. Mary became a therapist because of her traumatic childhood, with her agoraphobic mother keeping her from going outside, and she had to witness her own mother being institutionalized. So she developed a bit of a savior complex and wants to help people, and even tries to sell self-help books that aren't selling, but she seems a bit too ill-equipped to be a therapist herself, or at least for Clark's case. And like Clark, she also clings to the past, because when her childhood home got bulldozed down for an apartment complex, she clings onto a piece of concrete from her old house, and we see her carry it with her throughout the film, either as a source of comfort, or it's a reminder of what she's doing. And unlike Clark, Mary was ultimately able to move on when she smashed that piece of rubble against the still life's head. And so, at the end of the movie, when we see that still life of Mary, I don't think that indicates that she's stuck there forever, but I feel like that's probably the last memory that Clark had of her. And I think the room is supposed to represent both the room that she was interviewing Phil with and the dining room where she was being held captive by Clark. But yeah, that's just my interpretation. Did you see Backrooms? If so, what do you think? Feel free to let me know.